This is what we're celebrating tonight, the birth of Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, and we're here at the oldest parliament in Australia. So I just want to wish everyone the very best. I know this is an important time, and I think that all of you can take comfort from the fact that this is being celebrated in the oldest parliament in Australia. So my best wishes to everyone during this very special period.
Take my respect to any Aboriginal here with us tonight. This land was not without people. This terror was not nullius. This land was, is, and will always be traditional Aboriginal land. I would like to acknowledge the presence of various cultural backgrounds and religious identity and recognise the role and contribution each and every one of you dedicate toward the society we live in today.
I would also like to pay respect to elders past, present and emerging, and extend that respect to other Indigenous people who might be here today. On behalf of the Rahma Association of Australia and His Eminence, Sheikh AZAM MESTO, I would like to extend a warm welcome to our esteemed guests and all of those in attendance today.
Under the name of freedom of expression, we do not only condemn this ridiculous and foolish act, we also condemn falsifying the beautiful term freedom. A person's freedom ends when the freedom of others.
I do want to acknowledge the many sheikhs and imams who are in the room tonight. It's very good to see you all, and I feel very privileged to be in your company at such an important time. On Monday, I will take our shadow cabinet to the Gallipoli Mosque. We're doing that because of the attack there recently, which has led to so much damage at the mosque. And we're taking our cabinet colleagues and our caucus there. And I would like to say to you, Sheikh AZAM, that if you would love to have us at the mosque, at the Rahma Mosque, we would love to be there. And also to Sheikh Yaha, we would love to also be at the Lakembra Mosque as well. So we very much appreciate the openness with which our Muslim Australian community welcomes all our members of Parliament.
One of those was Islam. So for years 11 and 12 in studies of religion, our Catholic high school students, we taught Islam in a Christian school. Now, as bizarre as that seems, that's what studies of religion is about. It's about studying, understanding what the virtue and what the tenets are of another religion. And I can say very proudly, hand on heart, that, you know, as a teacher, the students under my care and the care of all the other classes that we had around us really got to understand Islam.
Has been a year unlike any other. And the Mashaykh took a leading role here with the community leaders, with the political leaders. So whether you're Sheikh Yahya, Sheikh Bilal, Sheikh Malik, Sheikh AZAM, or any of the Mashaykh, what we saw was a classic example of what Muslims strive to do, and that is to help others. And I'll say this, when it came to the bushfires and when it came to the floods, the Muslim community stood up, and not only did they stand up, they gave, and they gave generously.
Despite his poverty-stricken circumstances, the Prophet gave everything he had to ensure Zainab remained pleased. During her migration to her father in Medina, Zainab, who was heavily pregnant at the time, was attacked by a group of men in the desert.
Religious intolerance. The forum's membership aims to reflect the rich religious diversity of the people of New South Wales. Before the COVID-19 pandemic, forum meetings were hosted by members at different places of worship, which is a great way for members to learn about each other's faiths and incredible work that faith-based organisations do for the community.
Mercy in Islam is seen as having two manifestations, compassion and forgiveness. It's about pardoning those who slip, forgiving those who are mistaken, helping those in trouble, assisting the weak, feeding the hungry, tending to the sick, and consoling the grieved. That is the spirit of what we are celebrating here tonight.
This event was hosted by Rahma Association. Rahma Association is a very big association here in Western Sydney, and they have a mosque in Guildford, and hundreds of members of this association pray under the leadership, the Imam of Sheikh AZAM MESTO. So this is the second event in the Parliament House. They want to celebrate the birth of Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him. So today we are in the Parliament House, Pehchan TV. They have honor to coverage the whole event, and Sheikh AZAM MESTO, we thank you to him. He has invited us, and we were the part of the celebration of our beloved Prophet, peace be upon him. Today's best thing was that all faith, all religion people, they speak very highly about the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, and particularly in relation to the events happening in France. Most of the parliamentarians, they stood by the Muslim community and they condoned the events happening under the name of freedom in France. And the freedom must be freedom, not hurt. This is the message which this event will send to the world, and we thank you very much. Thank you for the guests. Thank you, Pehchan TV.
I'd like to wish the best to everybody for the celebration of the Prophet Muhammad's birthday. It's a very important occasion for the entire community. I also thank you for your patience this year. It has been a very testing year because of COVID, and I'm so pleased that the community can come together to celebrate the Prophet's birthday.
This is a very special time for the Muslim community, and I celebrate with them and wishing them all the best for the birth of the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him. And of course, peace, love and blessings to all during this special time, and particularly we need it now during COVID. We've had so much that we've been away. Now let's bring people back together. So my message is very clear: all the best to everybody, and thank you for the kind invitation to celebrate with my Muslim brothers and sisters.
With freedom of speech also comes a really important responsibility to use it properly, and I think that's a really important step. And as we know, people of faith, regardless of the faith, have often been the victims, especially of late, of people who want to challenge them, challenge their way of thinking and challenge their belief system. So I'm all for free speech, but not at any expense. You've got to be thoughtful and considerate and understand that what you're doing is very hurtful to other people.
Alhamdulillah, Allah Ta'ala جمعنا في البرلمان هنا في أستراليا لنفرح بالحبيب صلى الله عليه وآله وصحبه وسلم. هذا أمر مهم جدا. ميلاد الرسول صلى الله عليه وسلم, the birthday of Prophet. هذا شيء جمعنا الحمد لله على الرحمة على المحبة, وهذا الأمر